Detective Comics 960, written by James Tynion IV and art by Alvaro Martinez. This is the next part of the intelligence arc, and it was basically boils down to two things here. We still have Bruce with Zatanna, try to talk Zatanna into giving him access to the God Machine so he can ask questions and possibly get answers. And then we also have the Azrael plot going along with Ascalon and Azrael himself trying to like deal with stuff, and yeah, that was basically it. Was maybe missing. I was missing a little bit of Cass and Clayface in here. They were missed. That said, I did like this issue a lot, as it happens.
Yeah, I liked. The more I read of Batwing, the more I love him because he is just their Tony Stark, and it's unapologetic. The fact that he was essentially recreating parts of Age of Ultron at the end there, where he's like, well, I'm gonna plug in some of the Ascalon AI into my own suits because nothing possibly could go wrong here.
Hey, we don't know that they didn't get Avengers: Age of Ultron in this world. You didn't see that movie. He thinks it's a good idea.
But I just like how Ascalon shows up and uses those suits against him because he kind of primed him by putting the AI pieces of the AI there.
Yeah, I also like the banter between him and Batwoman, because Batwoman doesn't really have her own stuff to do in this. She's just kind of there, and she cracks some jokes about, like, am I Igor right now?
Yeah.
So
that's good.
Favorite stuff though is Batman and Zatanna, and basically just their debate. I like their flashback again, which is kind of like setting up the orb. But it's them standing in the rain, really good stuff. Him trying to convince her, and she's like, no, this is foolish, we're not 17 anymore, this is too dangerous, you can't do this. And there's that great double page layout where she proves that she can do so much with magic. She like makes it sunny, she stops the rain, first she turns it to leaves.
Flowers.
Yeah, or flowers.
Flowers.
Yeah, you're right, yeah, flowers. All really good stuff. Art's really nice. Again, this one. Martinez has been doing good job this arc, actually.
Yeah, definitely.
I love his Zatanna too because
Zatanna's really good.
She looks proper.
Yeah, I like his rain, especially the rain that's like running off the side of the buildings and stuff like that. There's some good stuff there with it sort of trickling down.
Yeah, it does look really good. I think it's the one after that double page spread you were just on about.
Yeah.
That first panel where it's just the far shot of the tower, and the rain in the foreground looks fantastic.
Yeah, really, really nice. So Zatanna breaks out the orb, and she kind of reluctantly is like, yeah, I'm still trying to talk you out of doing this. And you get that page spread. We mentioned this when we were talking about the casting, where there's a little tease here where it's like one of the questions he wants to ask about is something about metal. So you feel like that was just an easy thing to put in because they were talking about this orb anyway. You see, like, Tim's there, dying his death scene. The Court of Owls is there, which is probably more related to the metal, perhaps. I could be wrong though. But Raz is there, of course.
I don't know about that, to be fair, because the whole part of the Court of Owls stuff when it first came up was the mystery he looked into as a kid. It was his first big question.
But so Raz is there. Obviously, he's worried about Raz because Raz is the one that was erasing his memory. After various encounters to keep him guessing and stop him from getting too close to whatever he doesn't want him to get to. This was really good stuff. It was a very quick read, actually. I was really surprised when I got to the last page and I was like, oh, that's it, because that was basically all the Batman and Zatanna stuff. And then, like we say, Ascalon goes to do we know who that is? The guy from the Order of St. Dumas that he goes and speaks to? That he refers to his father?
No. I think it's just the who's ever leading the Order right now.
And he's basically your typical evil cryptic, overlord. Yeah. He's like, oh yeah, Jean Paul is coming back to his son. Yes, go and find him and go and search for your demons and whatnot. And that's when we said he shows up at the Batwing's place. Was it Foxtech?
Yeah, Foxtech.
Foxtech. He shows up at Foxtech, and that's when we get a bit of a chase scene. And then they think, oh no, we've got some backup. Jean Paul's here. But he jumps out and he's full on Azrael, like, possessed, full on.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Although I think he's gonna fight Ascalon. I feel like
possibly
the Suit of Sorrows and Ascalon, I think, have two different directives. So
yeah, I think it'll look at Ascalon as trying to take its place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
So, it was a good issue. I liked a lot of the Zatanna and Batman stuff just because I like their relationship. I think it goes back to the animated series. Is that where it started?
Really? I don't know if that's where it started, but it's definitely one of the first places.
I first encountered it,
Yeah, me too. Like I don't remember hearing about it in the comics that often. about them, but it was kind of Dini has always put them together, and I like that because for Batman is that man of logic, and it's kind of like, oh, Magic's kind of dumb, but Zatanna shows him that it's not quite. There are rules, and I like that here. Like, you have to follow these rules. My family's been guarding this orb for generations, and I shouldn't even be doing this, but I'm going to show you. And I liked all that the trust is there between them.
Yeah, I think it's interesting that like writers now, like obviously not all of them, but certainly someone like Tynion, who's on the younger side, probably grew up watching Batman the animated series.
Yeah.
So it's maybe not surprising that some of the ideas that started in that are maybe seeping out into the comics world in a more natural way than they used to, perhaps, when they're trying to.
That's it, because for a lot of people around our age, that's kind of like a definitive version of Batman. Mm-hmm. So it makes sense to see that kind of echo back in around this sort of time now, when they're breaking into the industry.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah, it's probably my favourite issue of the arc so far, I'd say.
Yeah, I'm still not like super into the Ascalon Azrael stuff. I enjoyed it more here because I think there was a bit more action to it this time, and the art really makes it flow.
That's what I think. I mean, I would agree it's still not the best plot ever, but I think this was the most I've enjoyed it so far partly because you've got this more evil father figure kind of coming into it, and you have Azrael. Something's actually happening to him. It feels like there's this battle of like, and I think Ascalon himself having more of a character because he's questioning things now. He's like, I don't understand. This was like another version of me. Yeah, it stops him
just being a robot that he seemed to be before, and it's actually AI. He's questioning things.
Yeah, him questioning what Azrael is actually a lot more interesting. So it's picked up that side of it for me, even though I was enjoying it anyway for what it was. But now it's got a little bit more weight to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.